Welcome back to the Crypto Clown World channel. I'm your host with the honks, Jason Bruce. It is Thursday morning, the 21st of December 2023. I'm going to get honking on into Bitcoin. I want to thank you all first for joining me. Not seeing the greatest price action this morning, just being honest. It's looking a little bit weak with some red candles coming in here on the 15-minute, testing the local point of control. One thing I'm kind of not liking about the current price action is this last wave up was a little bit weak. If we take this bars pattern here and we do a measurement of the previous wave up, we can see here that was actually a stronger wave by quite a bit. So typically you'll see the second wave up or the third wave out of 5 total be the stronger or more impulsive wave. Sometimes you'll see an impulsive wave 5 as well, but typically the first wave will be the smallest wave. If you see that as the largest wave, sometimes you won't even get follow through on that fifth wave. So watching this price action this morning, it's not what I would typically call super bullish. And if we take a look here, we did actually have just a little bit of bearish divergence from this swing high to this swing high, as we did swing up higher in price action but a little lower on the RSI here. So not the best sign, as we may still see some continuation of that bearish divergence. However, there is a little bit of hidden bullish. You can see from here we were higher in the RSI, but a little lower on the close and price action here compared to this area where we closed a little bit higher on the candles, but a little lower on the RSI. So again, these divergences are only good up until the most significant point of resistance. And if you take a look here where this bounce occurred, came up to the 50 level on the RSI and was also rejected at the 21 MA. So those corresponding to each other, not the best confluence for the bulls this morning. Okay, at least in terms of the Bitcoin bulls. Some of the altcoins are still continuing to perform, and we are in some of those altcoins, thankfully. But some of the ones that we're in are also looking a little weak this morning. So we'll flip over to ETH, Ethereum, which is going to follow Bitcoin as usual. Getting a little retest of support here. Actually, let me flip back to Bitcoin real quick. Just wanted to highlight something. Actually, we're potentially in like a little bit of a double top or a cat ears type of a pattern. You can see where this would be like the cat ears, one ear, two ears, right? So if we kind of break the neckline of this pattern, if that were to break down, see somewhere in the area, the confluence of these two yellow lines, somewhere in between about 42.5 and 42.8. If Bitcoin were to lose that level around 42.5, you would volume gap down to some of these other areas where we had retested price around 40K before. So don't really want to see the price back down there. Want to see Bitcoin hold 44K and get a little more follow through, but just not seeing what I need to see this morning to get that follow through. Let me jump out to the 4-hour candles here real quick. And it's just not looking bullish. You're losing your strength on the stochastics. You're losing your strength on the RSI. Another thing here too to consider with these 2 points here, where you had this swing up higher in the price action, closing higher, closing lower here. Um, zero in on this just to be sure. Yeah, that actually is a little bit of bearish divergence because you swung up higher on the RSI, but not as high in price action. So just not the most bullish signs this morning, folks. Again, same for Ethereum. We're just kind of waning here. Potential double top or a cat ears pattern, and that would take the price lower to around one of these areas of confluence. Let's see here, around 2120. So again, not the most bullish price action. Bitcoin's going to need to dig out and hold the local point of control in order to remain bullish. Same for Ethereum. As we look at the 6-hour candles for ETH BTC, this is giving me a little bit of hope for our altcoins this morning. We are seeing some bullish divergence here where we swung down in the price action with a higher close but lower on the RSI, and a lower close here but higher on the RSI. So nice bullish divergence on the 6-hour. Still looking for the Ethereum Bitcoin pair to gravitate towards this 200 weekly and 200 daily moving averages. All right, so from here, that's about a 10% and another maybe 5 to 8%, so close to an 18% move from the current levels. For Ethereum, that would be a big pump versus Bitcoin, but I do see the price action eventually gravitating up towards those moving averages. Another coin that I'm in this morning, my BNB leverage trade 28x, absolutely ripping. Did take some profits in this area around $270. Price did pump up a little bit after that, up to around 274.50 area. There was a little bit of bearish divergence that came in there, as you can see right there. I sold off a little bit on this smaller bearish divergence right here, where we were swinging up higher on this close and price action, but lower on the RSI. That did take the price down here, but it was quickly bought up by some hungry bulls in this rising wedge, which has since broken down with a bearish retest. So I am actually looking for potentially lower entries on BNB unless we see this hidden bullish divergence play out in this little channel on the RSI. Totally possible. Excuse me, a little hiccup there. But I am holding this trade from a nice price, and honestly, I don't see price coming back down to this breakout area at $235 after initial breakout and retest of the 200 daily. I am honestly looking for BNB to put in higher prices after short consolidation. This thing can absolutely rip, folks. The weekly chart for this asset is one of the strongest in the space right now, and in my opinion, this will see much higher prices. $6,000 possible, 2,000 to 3,000 more likely, just based on fibs. But this thing can rip, and when it moves very quickly. As you can see here, this was a very fast, impulsive move. So my hope is that this is a generational long trade that I've taken with this asset, with this Adam and Eve double bottom that it's flashing here on the macro. Could be a huge trade for me. I am also long on XRP right now. That's not looking very strong. I am in profit, however. 15-minute for XRP just not looking amazing this morning. This has all just been kind of a breakout and retest of this inverse head and shoulders, which I am hoping continues to play out to the upside after some consolidation. Does look like actually a little bit of hidden bullish that's potentially playing out, but same situation where you swung up in price action to this 21 MA and were rejected at the 50 level on the RSI. So we'll continue to watch that this morning for XRP if I have to stop myself out of my trade and re-enter, or if I can let this thing ride. I am hoping for higher price targets, at least in the short term. 65 cents and much higher. I am looking for XRP to hit $1 soon. I don't know why it's been so stagnant, other than maybe just a lack of news or narrative for the ISO compliant tokens, and they can be some of the slower and last to run in these bull runs. And one other token that I'm holding right now for the perpetual contract is Caspa. I'm in a small profit here, as well as I did buy this breakout level, but this isn't looking like the strongest price action in this sort of a falling parallel channel. Again, with rejection of the price at the 21 MA. There is a little bit of bullish divergence currently holding the price up, but stochastics are waffling, and again, I may have to stop myself out of this trade as well if Bitcoin doesn't cooperate. And it looks like it's dipping down here a little bit right now. We're 43.5, so we'll see if Bitcoin can kind of consolidate and turn this into a flag. It has to come down to the 21 MA and bounce there, or if it loses that 21 MA, then we'll be looking at some of these lower price targets and maybe potentially seeing the price action fall back into this pattern, which would at the very least be consolidative throughout the weekend. We'll have to see how that projects and plays out. But right now, just not looking like the most bullish price action, as I said. So if you like this analysis, please, folks, on your way out, honk the like button for me, get subscribed to my channel, make sure that you're hitting the bell for notifications. We'll bring you analysis in a timely manner in the future, along with exclusive videos and content. Keep in mind, none of what I said should be construed as financial advice. Get a financial advisor and do your own due diligence or research before jumping into any coin, project, investment, or trade. With that in mind, I am Jason Bruce. This has been Crypto Clown World. Hope you all have a fantastic Thursday, and I will be catching up with you soon, folks. Take care.